Now why the Arabic language has chosen by Allah of the Quran? Is it for the Arabs only? Because people ask questions or people have questions in their minds. Why the Quran was sent down in Arabic? Why not in my language? What language I speak? Because it is easier for everybody to understand in the language of their own. But why Allah has chosen the Arabic language? Was the Arabic people were the first people that Allah addresses? Were the people that Allah addresses to mankind were the Arabs? You'll be surprised to know there is not a single statement in the whole book Quran when Allah addresses the Arabs. Not one. He says, Ya ayyuhan nas. He says, O mankind. Meaning the mankind with different languages of the world. Not mankind, O Arabs. If I say, Ya Ahl al-Arab, that means Allah is addressing to the Arabs. No, He says, Ya ayyuhan nas. Well, Allah has said that Allah has made the languages and the color of mankind, so He addresses the mankind of all languages of the world. Ya Ahl al-Kitab, O people of the book, means all nationalities of the world. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, meaning believers of all nationalities of the world, not only the Arabs. So people has got this misconception that because the people who Allah was addressing were the Arabs, all-time Arabs, that is why Allah chose this language, Arabic language. It is not so. There is, I told you, not a single ayah, nobody can show me that Allah has addressed to the Arabs. He has described Arabs, He has described the believers, He has described the children of Israel, He has described the believers or the hypocrites or the kafir, the rejectors. He is describing all kinds of people's behavior. And you can see in the world, where is the Quran? Believe me, there is not a master copy of the Quran which is being preserved in the minds. There are in the places in Tashkent and in Russia, Turkey, in Istanbul, there are Qurans. But what is preserved in the tablet of a mind of a man, you cannot find that exact copy in the world. The preservation of the Quran is in the tablet of the mind of a man, tablet of a man, and it has been made copies all over the world without a difference of a comma or a full stop. So this is, by its nature, is a miracle of Allah that He has preserved the Quran, the reading, in a tablet of a man, and that man may not understand a word of it. There are hundreds of people in the world who have been memorizing the Quran in all parts or the nationalities of the world. There are people who understand the essence and the translation of the Quran in Arabic, but there are many people who may not understand the ayahs of Arabic text, but it is preserved without a change of a dot. So it is a miracle by itself that only the book of Allah can be preserved because it doesn't contain any contradiction. So this is also, the tablet is preserved. We have come to know the reading is preserved in a written form, and it is written in a tablet. So now why Allah has chose the Arabic language, He explained this in this surah Fussilat 41 and ayah 44. وَلَوْ جَعَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَجِمِيًّا لَقَالُوا لَوْلَا فُصِّلَتْ آيَاتُهُ أَعْجَمِيٌّ وَعَرَبِيٌّ قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءٌ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ فِي آذَانِهِمْ وَقْرٌ وَهُوَ عَلَيْهِمْ عَمًى أُولَٰئِكَ يُنَادَوْنَ مِن مَّكَانٍ بَعِيدٍ. And if we have made the Quran, the reading, other than Arabic, definitely they would have said, why not its ayah signs are being in detail? What? Non-Arabic and Arabic say it is a guidance and a healing for those who believe, and for those who believe not, there is a deafness in their ears, and over them is blindness, and they are those who are being called from a distant place. Now in this ayah, Allah is explaining, clarifying why He chose the Arabic language. There is a question in the ayah, and that question by itself explains that why He chose. He says, وَلَوْ جَعَلْنَهُ قُرْآنًا عَجَمِيًّا. If we have made the Quran other than Arabic, meaning other than Arabic means English, or in German, or in French, or in local or international language of the world, other than Arabic means all the languages of the world. If Allah has made the Quran other than Arabic, any language of the world, then Arabic. So Allah says, لَقَالُوا لَوْلَا فُصِّلَتْ آيَاتُهُ. So they would have said, why not ayahs are explained in detail? Means the Arabic language in this answer to this ayah, the question is posed by Allah, and Allah says there is a question by people. People would have said, why not the ayahs are detailed? So that means Arabic words are detailed, or mufassal language. Arabic language is mufassal, is a detailed language. So Allah chose the Arabic language not because of the Arabs. He chose the Arabic language because of it is a detailed language. So He says, if we have made the Quran other than Arabic, they would have said, why not the ayahs are in detail? Then further He says, أَعَجْمِيٌّ وَعَرَبِي. What non-Arabic and Arabic? قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. Say, for those who believe. Say, for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. So He explains first part of the ayah, explains the why the Arabic language is being chosen, not because of the Arabs. Second, He explains that if you are somebody wants to take the advantage of being Arab, somebody wants to take the advantage of being Arabic person, so Allah makes him equal. But further He clarifies, if you are Arabi or Ajami, means you speak Arabic language, or if you don't speak Arabic language, the guidance from the Quran is for those. قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. It is for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. Meaning, if you are an Arabic person, you speak Arabic language, you speak Arabic understanding, you understand the Quranic Arabic, the understanding of this verse. But if you do not believe, it is not a guidance and healings to the Arabs. If you do not believe, the criteria laid down by Allah is belief. So it is not the criteria that you speak Arabic, you can understand the Quran. And this is a misconcept, that we must know Arabic language to understand the Quran. Allah has laid down the foundation is belief. So you can see in the world there are many Jews, Arabs, there are many Christian Arabs, there are many atheist Arabs. They can understand, they can read the Arabic Quran, but they don't believe it, so it is not a guidance to them. But if any Arab or if any Ajam who believes in the ayahs, then it is a guidance and a healing for mankind. It says, قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. Say, for those who believe, it is a guidance and a healing. So people who believe in the ayahs, it is a guidance and a healing.